There was no going back now. Once the Queen had effectively ordered a divorce there would be.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have a vision now and then of a world where every neighbor is a friend. Happy New Year, may we all have...
I think Diana bitterly regretted the divorce. I think she fought until the last minute to prevent a divorce. She didn't want one. It was awful for the children. I think it still affects them very badly. But I don't think Diana wanted it at any stage.
The final chapter of the royal marriage lasted from June 1996 to August.
The princess this evening, Diana knowing that her estranged husband has now made his divorce offer. That offer was put together here at the Royal Solicitors' Farrers, ending a 10-week deadlock over the divorce negotiations. A letter was delivered by hand tonight to Diana's solicitors, spelling out what the prince's side hopes will be seen as generous terms. It seems clear that Charles is offering some £15 million, hoping this will seem generous, encouraging a speedy settlement. The Queen could be at the centre of one sticking point, however. Her financial help is vital. But it's thought tonight she's unhappy about Diana continuing to be called Her Royal Highness. Sarah Ferguson could no longer style herself HRH after she split up from Prince Andrew. Diana's changed her mind on this, considering that as mother of a future king, she should have the HRH status. Kensington Palace, the princess's home, where she's had the day to consider her estranged husband's divorce offer. The first details came amid a scramble outside the offices of Diana's solicitor in central London.
You wouldn't care to read it, would you?
No, I'm afraid not.
It would help us greatly if you could.
Policemen clear the way for the princess this evening as she leaves a London hotel, grim-faced but £17 million richer after her divorce deal. However, she will have to give up being HRH, Her Royal Highness. She'll be Diana, Princess of Wales. She'll still be regarded as a member of the royal family because she's Prince William's mother and attends some state occasions. She's asked to give up ceremonial roles with the armed forces. She's Colonel-in-Chief of 5 regiments at the moment. Both Diana and Charles have signed confidentiality clauses promising not to discuss their marriage. The list of divorce cases in the family division of the High Court on Monday. Because they're near the end of the alphabet, couple number 31 are HRH the Prince of Wales versus HRH the Princess of Wales. A decree absolute will follow 6 weeks later on August the 28th, the day Diana loses her HRH.
She told me, you know, we could have been such a great team, Charles and I. It's such a shame that it couldn't work because I would have been such a good queen, she said. And she would have been a very good queen. And I think she really was feeling the regret of the loss of her role.
Breakfast at the White House. This highest-level engagement gave the prestige of her latest American visit a huge boost. A boost, too, for her electioneering host. That host, Hillary Clinton, paid warm tribute.
This is one of the nicest British invasions that the White House has ever had.
After Princess Diana's divorce, a new chapter opened in her life. Free of her painful marriage, she now appeared strong and healthy and abounding with new confidence.
I felt that Diana was really making a fist of her new life, that people used to say that she was bonkers, she was, she was neurotic and so on. But compared to where she'd been in the early days, in 1981, 1982, which she called the Dark Ages, when she was making these half-hearted suicide attempts, suffering from eating disorders, racked with jealousy and just insecurity, here she was, and you could see it in her body. She looked great. She was confident.
To be honest, I've never seen the princess happier. She had this great sense of fun about her. She seemed to be enjoying everything. Really the happiest I've ever seen her. She was working out a lot, so she had this great physique. She had great legs, and the minute she was able to wear short dresses, of course we did the shortest dress we could do for her. The very first short dress she wore was in Venice, and it was a red beaded dress that we did for her, which was about 4 inches above the knee, which at that time was very, very short. She knew that she was a sexy woman, and that's why towards the end she started wearing much simpler lines.
As one might expect with a woman recently liberated from an unhappy marriage, Princess Diana was keen to find a new relationship. She was strongly attracted to a Pakistani heart surgeon, Hasnat Khan. She became interested in Muslim culture and visited her old friends Imran and Jemima Khan in Pakistan.
Well, I think Hasnat Khan was, you know, the Barbara Cartland fantasy in a way of the liquid-eyed, you know, dark-haired doctor who, you know, was going to heal the sick, and she was going to, they were going to travel the world together, you know, on medical missions. That was her little fantasy there, you know.
She was very interested in Islam and Muslim men and Muslim family mores, and I think particularly because of her friend Jemima Khan marrying Imran. And in fact, she took it seriously, the Quran, and she went to Islamic lessons. I think she thought that Muslim men were very macho and assured of themselves, and I think she found that appealing.
She had a great fantasy, Diana, about abroad. She was always talking, when I was with her, she said, "Oh, I'd love to live in America." She said, "You know, this is where I'd like to be." But I think in Diana's mind, abroad meant a place that she could somehow be Diana Spencer again. And, of course, the press went wherever Diana was. There was no abroad, really, for Diana that was going to have her escape the burden, the legacy of all what her life had been. It was always going to be like that around Diana, and she never really fully understood that, I think.
Although Hasnat Khan was not even present, Princess Diana took it upon herself to support an event for a heart charity.
The Heart of Britain campaign is devoted to research into heart and lung disease. I know it's early in the morning.
It was run by Hasnat's boss, Dr. Magdi Yaqub.
I have been fascinated by the workings of the heart. It goes without saying that the heart is a crucial organ. We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 arms and 2 legs, but we have just 1 heart.
Given that Princess Diana was to die of a ruptured heart in less than a year in an accident with the son of the Harrods' boss, the occasion now seems tinged with a terrible irony. In October 1996, Princess Diana flew to Italy to be given a medal for her contribution to humanitarian work, especially in the field of public health. When she had attempted to withdraw from public life back in 1993, she had insisted on her Scotland Yard bodyguards being permanently removed, apparently because she was worried that they might be spying on her. But without royal protection, Princess Diana was increasingly being thrown to the lions. This is what it was like to be Princess Diana on a single day during that visit.